Hey, Gary.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Tapping In. I'm so glad you guys are here. And we're giving you spiritual solutions to your real life problems. And so I know none of you guys have any real life problems, right? Okay, next show. What are we doing? See you next week. No, you really do want to be able to solve your problems. A lot of times you can solve your problems with spiritual solutions. And sometimes you can solve your problems with just kind of thinking correctly. And when I'm asking God lately, what's the topic? What's the topic? What's everybody doing? And what does everybody need to not do? And so today, God told me this one: overthinking. Overthinking. Oh my God. And I see a bunch of you guys laughing, Tammy, Tammy, what do you got? Martinez, did I say it right? And so, yeah, you ever think a little bit? You do? I see you shaking your head like, oh, hell yeah. Right? Tell me about it. Tell me
Oh,
about
you
your
want Tammy,
overthinking.
Gary? You want
Yeah,
to talk to her?
let me talk to Tammy. Yeah, and some of you guys, I mean, I saw a bunch of you respond to that. You know,
Mm.
so God must know what He's talking about. Imagine that God knows what He's talking about. And so how's the overthinking? Tell me about it.
I just kind of overthink everything. I've been trying to do better at it.
Yeah, that's the first sign that you're chronic.
Yeah, I know.
Is when you try to do better, even you recognize. The person that's overthinking always really is sort of unaware, like loony on the fact that they're overthinking. And then they catch themselves, and then other people tell them, in sequence. Like when you have about 10 of your friends tell you the same thing, like,
Mhm.
good Lord, why do you overthink every damn thing? And so, what's the worst thing you've done lately with overthinking?
Um, God, I can't really think of something off the top of my head. I feel like I actually had a good week. Like I haven't had any drinks this week, no alcohol drinks, especially I was listening to the push through and I was like, I'm just gonna push through. I'm just gonna push through. So
Good. Okay, so now when you drink, do you overthink more? Do you think you overthink more when you're drinking?
I
You come up with stuff. You just kind of come
think I
up with
come up
crazy.
with stuff. Yeah.
I hear you just come up with crazy stuff. So you're
Yeah.
one of those drunks that you ever like, good Lord, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And you're overthinking. So you don't want to overthink. Here's what I really don't know the antidotal cure. I'm being honest, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what the antidotal cure is for overthinking, except, I do this little routine on the air where I go, I will what?
Shut the hell up.
There we are, and that's my routine. To
Mhm.
to not overthink, just tell yourself to shut up, and
Mhm.
so and it tends to work. It tends to really work when you catch yourself doing it, because
Mhm.
you remember, okay, I'm doing it again. This is never a good outcome. It's always a lousy outcome when you overthink things into Lulu insanity land. And
Mhm.
so and plus you lose your audience if you overthink.
Mhm.
Uh, and so whoever you're talking to, your spouse, your kids, your mom, your dad, your family, whoever, and when you're overthinking something, you're like, okay, good Lord, she's on a tangent. And so you tend to lose the audience anyway. So here's the thing. Okay, let me look in. I'm going to ask God, what can you do to not overthink? And I'm really asking God this and your angels, and I've got your answer. You want to get the spiritual gift. This is a great one for you guys to get. All you guys need to ask God for this gift. And because it only comes down every now and then, I see the gift of God's hand coming down. Okay. God's hand will go to the top of your head and you're backwards in your body. And you've heard
Mhm.
me say that bazillions of times. Oh, you're backwards in your body. And, oh my God. Everybody says, yeah, that makes sense. That's what's making you overthink, is because you can't have forward progressive thinking, because your spirit, when you sleep, will go out of your body many times and astral project around. And sometimes you even do that during the day. But it's a common thing that happens when people go to sleep. And so then when it comes back into your body, it goes back in backwards. And
That's
that's what the demons will flop you around like that. And when they do,
pretty.
everything you do will be backwards. You heard the old expression, getting up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, it's getting up on the wrong side of you. And so you want to get God's hand, ask God for the gift of his hand.
God, can I please have the gift of your hand?
Okay, raise your hand in the air a little bit. There we go. All right. You got it. See, your hand got warm. See?
Mhm.
There. Okay, now put that above your head. Now twist your spirit around to your face. It's backward. Oh, there you go. There. See? And you feel ridiculously happy right
Yeah.
then. Feel that? You see a real
Hmm.
smile, guys. See that? How does that feel?
Just feels like I've been feeling like I've been stuck a lot, and I feel unstuck at the moment.
You're
Like
unstuck, and not
snap.
at the moment you can keep that because you get to keep the gift of God's hand. That's a big
Mhm.
one. There you go. That's it. All right.
That feels good. Thank you.
Hey, good luck. Good luck.
Thank,
Good luck.
thank you,
There
honey. I
we
miss
go.
you. Love
We
you.
miss you. Yeah, love you back. There we are. Come to the retreat. It's really simple. You can come and see me. Come and see me at the retreat. I'm having more fun than ever. And so I got to where I can walk around. I got to where I can do stuff. I'm not all messed up like I was for a while. And but I'm good. And so I am really, really happy. Thank you guys. Thank you. And for all your projections of light and love and all those things that matter. By the way, I'm glad. Overthink that. You can overthink love. Who overthinks love? Who overthinks love? You know what I figured out? I figured out that a lot of you guys that are really searching for love and wanting love and needing love and and all that, you overthink it. You overthink love. And so, and even when you got it, sometimes you overthink it, Lindsay. Anyway, I'm seeing Lindsay on the screen, you know, with her love bug, and she's got something to bitch about. You have nothing to bitch about. Shut up. Yeah, right. Nothing. And so, but when I look at you guys, that turning your spirit around in your body, I cannot tell you what a big deal that is. That affects every single one of you guys different days. And you'll catch it. You'll go, why am I backwards? Why am I thinking goofy? Right? And why am I overthinking? Well, you're trying to overthink because you're trying to get out of your spirit turned backwards in your body thing. Use the gift of God's hand, flip it around, all you got to do. There you go. And it works. It works every time. You'll be really, really, really super happy. How many guys did that right then and you felt it? How many guys did that right then? You actually did. Yeah, okay, I see a bunch of you raising your hand going, oh my God, I did it. I did it. I felt it. That's good. Who else is overthinking? Anybody else overthinking? Any of you guys overthinking? Tell me about your overthinking. Overthinking. Let me speak to Joshua Novi. Let me speak to Joshua. God, I like you. Wow, what a great person you are.
Go ahead and mute, please.
Hello.
Hey, Joshua, you are a fantastic person. And
Well,
so,
thank you.
yeah,
So are you.
sometimes well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But you really are. You have such a pure heart, a pure spirit. You're on a perfect vibration of truth. And so that's amazing. That's amazing. I see Kevin Trudeau's book in the background. Your wish is your command, which is a great book. You know, and so, but your energy is really in the center of the street. And I think that what you've done is critiqued yourself out of basic insanity to where you really are now pretty in the middle of the street in the zone. And so and you may still think you have to overthink to stay okay, but I see you really in a very good space. I don't know if that makes any sense for you or not. But your vibe is a pretty special vibe. You always try to help everybody, right?
All the time, as much as I can.
I mean, as much as you can. Not many people can say that. Let me fix it, but let me just help. And so, and I do my best to help every day. I really, really do. Everybody I meet, everybody I talk to, and so, and it's a very good feeling that you get back inside, and it fills you full of light like nothing else, and you have that thing. And so you're very full of light because of you just helping folks. And so I don't know who you're helping, but I guess it's everybody that you meet. I can't give you enough compliments. And that's usually
Thank you.
I don't resonate that high. But see what I see. I don't always resonate this high with people. But here's what you've done in the last 3 years. You've learned how to get out of the dimension next to hell, next to heaven dimension. You crawled out of that hole where you would go through hell and then you'd get through it and you get back up to heaven. You know, you go through hell, then you get back up to heaven. It was like that kind of thing. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, I would not say that I'm perfect on that. Sometimes I still fall back, but I do my best.
Well, I think you do good. And now you're into, see, you got next to hell, next to heaven dimension. The next dimension after that is the heaven dimension. And that is the Zion heaven dimension. I didn't know anything about Zion. I could see all the heavens. I thought until I died during COVID, 5 times, and I went to Zion Heaven, and since then I've been able to drag other people up here to this Zion Heaven, and it's really quite amazing. You're already in that dimension now. So you've now went through your next to hell, next to heaven, next to hell, next to heaven, and keep in mind, I would say on the call, 65% of you are doing that. Okay. So 65% of the people on this call right now are going next to hell, next to heaven, next to hell, next to heaven, right? You got to move on up now into the heaven dimension. Now, after the heaven dimension, there is the your heaven dimension. Your heaven dimension is located not way up in the cosmos in Zion heaven, where God lives, but it's actually right here on earth. So this is a physical heaven. Zion heaven is a physical heaven. Bog heaven is a physical heaven. There's a few more that are physical heavens. In other words, there are places like the planet Earth that will sustain life, a life, regular, kind of like us, life, and there's beings that live there. I mean, if you look at all those little dots up in the sky, you can't believe we're the only thing alive anywhere. And but this physical heaven. Nothing wrote about Zion heaven except in the book of Enoch, pretty much nothing. And the book of Enoch, as Enoch explained it, this is where God dwells. What does dwell mean? Dwell means where he walks around. Well, the reason that every demon in the cosmos is interested in the planet Earth is because they don't need another physical heaven, because physical heavens are very powerful heavens. Physical hells are also very powerful hells. And so we have to be very careful that our heaven here, we want to develop it to be our heaven dimension. And so we're actually working towards just really turning the earth into a heaven, not a hell, or not allowing it to turn into a hell. And so that's what you're aimed at. If you wondered, everybody's always going, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? I've heard this a million times. I've heard a million times, what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to create your heaven on earth in your world where you live. You're supposed to create your heaven. And that's what you're supposed to do. It's really simple. And so, but you're well on your way because you got up into this heaven dimension. You've done very well to be in that dimension now. And so I can get you a real cool key that will open the gates of the your heaven dimension. How's that?
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. There's a big key, golden key floating in front of you. You feel immediately teary. Feel it? It's kind of a weird
Yeah,
feeling. Okay.
yeah.
The reason you feel emotional is because this will heal you that much and anybody else that cares to do it. And so you want to just say, God, give me the key to my heaven dimension. This is he calls it your heaven dimension. Give me the key to your heaven dimension, but it's going to be yours. And so, hey, you got the big key. Okay, it's a big key. You saw it. You saw it, right?
Yes.
You saw it. You can spiritually see. You can actually spiritually see. When did you learn how to do that?
I've been teaching myself, and I learned some from Kevin as well.
Fantastic. It
I'm
worked.
still I'm still working on it.
Me too. Me too. I'm still working on it. I work on it every day. And so take that key, slip it into these big gates, give it a turn. There you go. And now you see all kinds of lights going everywhere. It looks like a light show in your head. See all that? Those are all
Yes.
your angels. Those are all your angels. I see like a million orbs coming down. Okay. Um, and I see, what am I looking at? Okay. I'm seeing the source. Um, the source is giving you a sword like this. He's presenting it to you, and it's a sword. He's down on one knee, and he's handing you a sword. He's in a golden armor. That's what the source will look like many times. And so, if you, and there we go. Now you can, you saw him. Wow, you can see. I'm really happy for that. I can tell you see. Have I ever talked to you before in person?
No, but I've been called more and more recently to connect with you, and I wasn't
Okay.
sure why. I just knew I was supposed to connect with you.
Well, so far you're doing really good here. Okay. And so you're getting all these gifts. And because you're getting these gifts, a lot of other people are watching and piggybacking off of your gifts that you're getting. And now they're everybody's gifts. And that's what oneness is. But the source just gave you, and that's a rare gift. He gave you this big sword that will get rid of demons much bigger than the planet Earth. Okay. Now you got the sword in your hand. See, your hands are warm. It's funky feeling, kind of sweating, different feeling. See? And so,
Yes.
okay. And now you went through those gates. And now there's a golden book that God Himself is handing you. There you go. Felt teary again. Take that. This will really heal you. Take that book and put it in your chest. There we go. You're a surprise. There we are. And say, thank you, God. Thank you, Source.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Source.
There we go. Now, when you said thank you, God, and then you said thank you, Source, how hot did your hands get on your chest?
They're sweating right now.
You could feel it. Isn't that crazy? All this
I,
light came.
I'm sweating. My whole body's sweating now.
Yeah. And so well, that's just the healing energy going through your body. Now, go heal some people, heal yourself. That's what you do. And so you'll find your heaven now will show up when I look under your feet. See, now your feet got hot. When I look under your feet, I see a golden, uh, not a golden road, brick road, but I see a golden courtyard. So a golden courtyard means that's your courtyard. That's your heaven. That's your court. That's where you are. So, so this is going to be interesting. You got to tell me. You got to you stay in touch and tell me. Tell us what's going on when you have a week of heaven. Do you have any other question? Then I better go. They're screaming at me over here.
Just I've been in a interesting transition in my life, financially, and just a little, wondering if I'm on the right path, if there was anything that you could
I hear you are.
saw that was
I hear
blocking
you
me.
are. I hear you are now. Yeah, that was blocking you. When you get into this dimension, you can think about what you want and it'll show up. I mean, be careful of what you ask for almost because it will show up fast. And so, and it'll knock a lot of other things out of the way. So the good news is you can manifest. The bad news is you can manifest. So you got to be a little careful of what you wish for because it comes quick in this dimension. It'll show up really fast. So there you go.
Very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This was really, you were an interesting call. You were an interesting call because that's where you were in your head, in your space, in your being. Woo, that was crazy. I got a high from him. I don't know if you guys did. You feel that? What do y'all feel like? What was that like? What was that like? How many people got that gift? How many people got that source gift? You know, did you get that? Who got it? Raise your hand if you got it. There you go. Yeah, Monique, you're saying, yeah, I got it. Daryl, you got it. Daryl, let me talk to Daryl S. Let me talk to Daryl while he
Daryl, go
got
ahead
it.
and you please.
Now, Daryl, what'd you see there? What'd you see? I was walking through. I know you can see spiritually. And
I
what did you
just I
see?
just
What'd you
saw
feel?
that everything being pleasant. I mean, just quiet and normal and just at peace. Yeah.
What a concept. What a concept in our crazy world right now. Peace. And so, but weirdly, there is a vibration of peace. And so, and for, whatever you guys are going through politically, a lot of political crazy stuff. And you go, is this one good? Is this one bad? Is that bad? Is this good? Whatever. If we did not do what we ended up doing in this, and they're telling me, be careful of saying this because I'm gonna end up pissing off half of you guys. But I am, you know, not a Democrat uh, fan or a Republican fan. I am, I'm sort of pissed off at the whole thing because everybody's mad at everybody. So it's obviously it needs some work to be a system of oneness. I don't know what that is because I don't think we got one on the planet Earth quite yet. But we're working our way towards oneness, and oneness is the right answer. So the right answer, and I got this from Richard Maskin, who is one of the wisest people I know, Richard Nallis in Ojai, and I got this from Richard. He said, "Well, the definition of oneness, or the mathematical equation of oneness, is not one or the other, but both and." And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll never forget that. I'll always remember that. But we did have some things that were aimed at us that were very serious, and it could have been worse than anything we've ever experienced. And now they're not. So whatever has occurred in the last couple of weeks, just realize it don't seem right. This might feel wrong to you. That might feel wrong. This might feel right to some of you. It might not feel right. Whatever it is, it feels very, very different because there was an energy on the planet where my biggest concern was that we were going to really be in a type of battle that nobody wins, and so we don't need any of that. And so
Yeah.
whatever has occurred has shifted that. And
Oneness
so
oneness could be described as doing the right thing.
what a concept. Yeah, and so sometimes doing the right thing don't seem like the right thing. It's like I think many times God will sort it out, and God's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna let anybody blow you up. And he told me that last week, and I'm like, oh, good, that's a good thing, because I was feeling, it's a I can see big picture things. And so if you wonder what I've been doing to be preoccupied lately, it's just clearing the energy off the earth so there's enough light to where light things occur, not dark things. And so
True.
and I think we should all do that. Wasn't it crazy, this guy that we just talked to, all of those gifts he got, well, they was major gifts, And so the source gift was a really cool gift. And the key to this new, your heaven dimension was really good. And when you get into that dimension, and I see you in it, Daryl, um, you have the feeling of everything's going to be okay. And
Right.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
you,
It's
that's the
like
right,
telling everybody everything will work itself out. Yeah.
yeah. And that's how it feels. How it totally feels like that right now. And I see this beams of light coming from you. And it's just, you have a giant God matrix in you. And so both of you guys, I see it just looking really good. So good
Okay.
luck. Beautiful.
Right. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank
We're
you.
doing we're
Thank you.
doing we're doing better. Huh? It's living life and try to take it easy.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Come to the retreat. I miss you.
I
Come to the
plan to.
retreat.
I've already booked it.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll
The
bring you.
retreat.
I'll bring you another bench too.
I got my patio a little bigger now because I had, and I had, and so I really do. And so that's what we've been working on. We've been trying to get everything, good like that. And so I appreciate the benches. Thank you. Because I
Yeah.
need another one. I need another one now. I got a
Okay.
bigger patio. And so, anyway, guys, I appreciate all you guys. I love all you guys. And come to the retreat. This is going to be a really special retreat because I'm working on teaching you some things that I've never taught before that I've figured out. And so lately I've been writing, which I'm so excited about. And basically, all the things that I just wrote, I'm teaching at this retreat. And it has to do with the your heaven dimension, and it also has to do with the miracle dimension. The miracle dimension is where you might need a miracle and you can get one. And so every now and then, not every day, but every now and then we need a miracle. And you run into people that sometimes you run into people you don't even know and they need a miracle. And is it our job to facilitate that? Absolutely, if you can. And so if you're privy to this miracle dimension, what is a miracle dimension? I don't know. Sometimes people win lotteries, something like that. What's a miracle dimension? Sometimes people have fatal illnesses and they shake it and they don't have them anymore. Sometimes all kinds of things happen, when you need that miracle, you need that miracle. And when you need a miracle, you really need it right then, and it has to be out of the way the world click works. It has to be in a zone to where you know it's a miracle. And so this is a dimension that does exist. I got it when I was in the hospital dying, and I saw the sky open up. It was crazy, and it was like the sky had a rip in it, and all this light shows up. And then I heard God's voice say, "Ask for what you need." So I just simply asked to live. Well, I did. And then I figured out you could ask for other stuff. And so that was kind of fun. So then he spoiled me. Hey, yippee! And so he would give me stuff that I thought, well, why not? Since we're asking. And so, and God wants to spoil you like that. That's really what He wants to do. He wants to take care of you. And He's your God. He's not a religious hoity-toity God. So some of you guys feel guilty even talking to God. You know, oh God, I don't know if I'm worthy to talk to you. You know, it's not like that. It's not like that. God's your friend. He's your buddy, and He gets you. He understands you. He knows your short sides. He knows your long sides. And let me tell you, we all have them. We all have our good side. We all have our bad side. And we all go through this dimension next to heaven, next to hell. And when you're going through the dimension next to heaven, next to hell, you don't feel like you're a good person part of the time. When you're in that next to hell dimension, you feel like you're in hell and you feel like you're part of hell. You're like, well, how did I do that? How did I get in this situation? And how did I do this? And how did I do that? Well, that's part of it. That's part of your journey. The journey shows up like that. And so then when you slip up into the heaven dimension, you realize, oh, now I feel like everything's going to be fine. And then you go into the your heaven dimension, which is the next one, and then you're like, I know it's going to be fine. You'll feel like Daryl felt a minute ago, and it's just a blissful place to be. These are the dimensions I'm really working on with you guys, and there's others. There's others. In just that next to hell dimension, you can be in a million dimensions inside of that one dimension. You know, it's a very multi-dimensional place as heaven is. And so you want to go into these higher dimensions and your head gets quiet, things are simple, money comes easier for you, love comes easier for you, and you just feel at peace and things are fine. And so and you quit overthinking. It's easy to not overthink when you get into these higher dimensions. And so, who we talking to? Who's got something to? Who wants to ask me something? You know, who
Well,
we
for a
got?
lot of
Yeah,
people.
let me go to Charles. Let me go to Charles. I know we go to Charles
Charles
a lot, but
Darwin, that Charles?
yeah,
He's on
yeah.
my list. He has a question.
Okay, real quick though, Charles. Real quick. I can't go long-winded. Anyway, so how are you, buddy? You were the chronic bitcher of the cosmos, and now you're not. You actually hang out with me after the retreat, the last retreat for a while,
Yes.
and you went from bitching your head off to not bitching and not
No,
overthinking, because you would be guilty. You would be a guilty overthinker, and you part of your being if you would bitching about nothing basically was overthinking about nothing. And so,
exactly. Yes.
and you
And
had to get, and we had to get your head quiet. And so I just worked with you, and you worked with yourself though. You worked on you, and you got your head quiet. And then you don't overthink. So nothing to bitch about, so to speak.
exactly. Exactly, Gary. But yeah, I was hoping I think I'm overthinking now because I'm trying to manifest a perfect highest self romantic soulmate.
I
And
don't think you're overthinking. I think you just want one.
Well, I want one, and this is a quick question. I'm chatting with somebody on Instagram, but I'm not sure if it's the real person.
I
Can you
think it
see it?
is. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, this kind of started off kind of weird, and this person, and oh my God, I'm so sorry. You got blew me away. Um, okay. Yeah. The second thing I wanted to ask was, yeah, could you help me? Could you use your magic? Could you ask God to please help me get my highest, was it perfect, romantic, highest soulmate relationship, Earth Angel? Could it be
Well,
this person?
he's telling. Well, here's what he's telling me. He's telling me that
Okay.
it's a you got a choice of three.
Oh,
Is what I
wow.
see, and so that's great. It's better to have a choice of three than a choice of none, and or wrong ones.
Yes.
I see you in. This is coming from the heaven dimension. And so you are an empath, Charles, a lot. I mean, very much so. You're an empath, as most of us are, and I think all humans are really. But I think all of us, you guys that are used to watching, tapping in, and hanging out with me, you actually become an empath, which means you will feel whatever's going on around you, good, or whatever's going on around you, bad, and or negative. And so, as I see it, Charles, I just see you being a very empathic person, and
Yeah.
you've empath a, my vibration a lot, as well as other people you talk to,
Hey.
and you went real high, and so you're in the heaven dimension, and also becoming, starting to go into the your heaven dimension, and it's on your own time and your own pace. And so, but I see you doing it, and I think it's
Wow.
great. And so you've got an opportunity for three different soulmates, and that I see that God's showing me. He's going one, two, three, um, and He's holding their hands up like you just won a wrestling match or something, like yay, yay, yay.
Oh, yeah.
And so yeah, and so He's going. They all are winners. So you've got a choice of three winners, and so you got three chances to mess it up, and
Oh,
I don't think you will. And so, and so yeah,
okay.
and so everybody thinks that like that little sign, they think that somebody's gonna wear that around their neck. They probably won't, but you'll feel this amazing feeling and this amazing connection when you do connect on on a soul level, and it's from heaven actually. And but I see three, so yay, good,
Okay. Well, Garrett, because see, I'm kind of like, I mean, I've been studying Kevin's thing and yours. I'm noticing how it all comes together. It's amazing.
funny.
And it's
Funny
helped
how
me
that,
evolve
funny
more.
how it's
Oh,
funny how that works,
oh,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
mhm.
Um,
And we don't even talk about it a lot. We talk about stuff
no,
like
but I mean, I
other
would
things.
highly suggest people to read his book because you're the very spiritual side, and Kevin is the more scientific. He explains it, like you
Well,
said, in
you
very
well, you got
detail.
to learn. Well, I think it takes both. I think a
Yes,
person has to learn how to operate in the world. And I think people have to understand that the spiritual side brings it all together. And so, but and even if you were real spiritual, sometimes people are real spiritual and they have no common sense of how to operate, daily. And so Kevin's method is or methodologies are really amazing in teaching you how to operate daily, and
yes.
operate your life. And so I think that this is yeah, the two are definitely great together. It's fun. It's fun.
Oh, can I ask how long will it take? I know Kevin says you're not supposed to put a time or, stuff like that in manifesting, but you kind of, that's why I keep up. But then he tells you, oh, you need to think of that person or that thing all the time, right? And that's what I've been doing,
Mhm.
but I'm kind of going crazy. Like, that's all I think about. And I'm
Well,
like, well,
well,
what
in
is
your well,
it?
in your case, you're not really overthinking this.
Okay. Oh,
He's
thank God.
correct, and um, it doesn't feel wrong what you're doing. So just keep doing what you're doing. It feels good.
Okay.
And so yeah, and he's just suggesting you have the clarity to, stay on track with whatever you want. Think of it, and it really does show up. But he's also correct in timelines. And so I'm a little, I explain things the same way but different many times than Kevin and or him than me. And a lot of times we're just saying the same thing, which is I always call it God's time.
God's
And so,
time, yeah.
yeah,
Or
take it
he
to,
mentions alignment. And then
yeah,
you mentioned also
you,
timing, like the pie or something. Everything has to be,
hmm
you're not can't be too slow, you can't be too fast. You have to be a certain pace or time. Yeah.
well,
Um,
pace is really, really important. And see, and a lot of times people don't realize how important the pace is. The pace of something is simply an energy. I'll look and in regards to a soulmate, you're going 65 miles an hour
Pretty good.
in a 65 mile an hour zone.
Yay, thank you, God.
So so you're actually in tune with the pace. And
Okay.
so if you were going 20 miles an hour in a 65, you'd be going too slow and you would miss your opportunities. Or if you're overthinking it so much and you're going 150 miles an hour, um, in a 65, you're going to run off the track. You're going to run off the rails. You're going to blow up or wreck. And so, or blow it all up. And so no, you're right you're right on the money. You're good.
Well,
You know,
thank you, Gary. I really
yeah,
needed
it's
that.
good.
I thought I was overthinking, and then,
No,
but
it's
this,
different.
then I started focusing on this person I'm really talking to, and you're saying it is that person. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I continue, or maybe that was off, pulling me off
Yeah.
track?
They're just
Whoever.
they're telling me you have three. So let's see.
Okay. Okay. Well,
All right.
I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you so much. Thank you,
All right.
God.
Good
Appreciate it.
luck.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate
Hi,
you.
Charles.
Sending
You're
you
Thank
guys
you.
welcome.
love.
Can you believe how happy he is? That is
Different
crazy.
person, different human being.
Right. All you got to do is move in with me for 2 weeks. And
Let Gary tell you to say hello every 5 minutes.
yeah, that's crazy. But he's doing really good. I appreciate him doing so good. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. There we go. I'm just looking around you guys. There we go. Who's got a question? You guys ask me your questions. Who we got? Let me just look. Oh, let me go ahead and talk to Betty. Let me see what's going on with Betty. I'm
Hey,
working on Betty every week. I got to rebuild her. You know, and so.
Oh gosh,
Uh-oh.
thank you so much, Gary. I'm gonna be here every week, okay? Because I am getting my freaking ass kicked.
She's getting
Yeah.
better, but she needs more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? The reason, let me read that. Okay.
Okay.
You don't understand how big of a spirit and soul you are.
Oh,
And so that's your deal.
thank
So
God.
the good news is you're a big giant spirit. You're a big giant soul. How many higher selves would you say you have?
Oh gosh. 6.
453,000.
Oh my gosh.
So
Oh
you've
my
got four.
gosh.
So you've got 453,000. I didn't know what the number would be, but I knew it was big. And so you got
Jesus.
453,000 or so higher selves. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is we get our higher selves captured, caught, stuck in black holes, all kinds of things because some of us are big God beings.
Yeah.
And so we have tremendous spiritual gifts.
Jesus.
So you have to learn the art form. And these are some of the things that I'm teaching. You're going to be at the retreat, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be at the
Yeah.
retreat. Okay, these are some of the things that I'm teaching at this retreat. And I've never really taught other people how to do a lot of the things that I can do because
Hmm.
it was not time. Now it's time. And so
Yeah.
one of the things I'm teaching at this retreat is soul retrieval. And
Okay.
so soul retrieval, you have to get to where you can see bigger in
Okay.
God's universes. I can see all of God's universes. And the reason I can see all of God's universes is because when I went through my dying experience with COVID, he not only increased my spiritual abilities, he increased my intellect. And I got crazy smart.
Yeah.
My brain was, you've heard me talk about it. My brain was so freaky. I remembered everything that had ever happened. I had total recall. And I've never even heard of anyone who had total recall of everything that had ever happened in their entire lifetime. I remembered everybody I had ever met and their first and last name. And I remembered the conversation of everyone. And I met, millions of people. And so this was crazy to be around. I mean, Dean couldn't stand me. Judy really couldn't stand me, you know. And so because I was a mess because everybody around me was stupid. I
Yeah.
mean, and it was this crazy thing because I had this crazy intellect. And I'm like, and that's the only gift I've ever asked God to take back. I'm like, God, I can't stay this way because I don't like people. Because now I understand what intellectual snobs are made of. I was never an intellectual snob because I didn't think I was that smart. And I have certain friends that were intellectual snobs that I would read and stuff. And I'm like, oh, now I get why they were that way. And the reason is because you really feel like you're the only person with a brain on the planet and you feel like everybody's ignorant. And because they are compared to that kind of IQ. And when I quit asking God what my IQ was, it was 875.
Wow.
The smartest person on earth was 215. So
Jesus.
so not only was I that psychic, I was that intelligent. So
Mhm.
see, and I'm like, God, this is killing me. You got to take it away. You got to take it away. And I thought I was just stuck like this permanently after this horrible COVID experience. And and he said, I have to leave you this way a little longer
Mhm.
because you have to be able to understand and see all of my universes
Wow.
in order for you to do the path of what I've got lined up for you. Well, now I know what that is, and that it's creating a heaven here on earth, you see. And
Mhm.
so I had to be able to create a heaven on earth, and I had to be able to teach other people how to create their heaven on earth, you see. And
Yeah.
it's a dimensional thing. Everybody thinks, well, what's all that? Well, it's a dimensional thing. And see, once you get into this dimension and see you're on your road to that,
Okay.
much like me, Betty, it was not comfortable.
Yeah.
It was very painful. And so you're basically uh, a cowboy working in the radio or a rodeo, the cowgirl riding the bull.
Dude, I
And so,
feel like I'm being pulled on a rope by a horse,
yeah, it's like
by
that.
a
Yeah.
leg,
Uh-huh.
like I'm
Mhm.
just,
You're getting your butt beat. And so that's what's going on. And so, and you'll do that until you quit having any negative intention.
oh my gosh, Gary, how
And
can
so,
I
and so
stop?
stop. That's how you stop. You know, you just stop.
Like,
You you'll get every demon in the world that's got your higher selves, and you have to learn to retrieve these higher selves. So these
mhm.
higher selves that are hung way out in the cosmos. See, I'm not fixing you little bitty. I'm fixing you great big. Like
Yeah.
I'm clearing stuff off of you that's bigger than the cosmos. I'm clearing Milky Way sized, higher selves. And so let me get back a few more of your higher selves, okay?
Okay.
And
Thank
we're gonna,
you.
and this will help you a lot. And so you've got how many possessed higher selves does she have today? Around 55. Let me count the zero. 55,000. So you got about 55,000 pieces of you
Jesus.
that are possessed, okay, and hung in some black hellhole somewhere out in the cosmos. I'm going to get that back. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Okay. And so I'm asking you to partner with God. I'm one with God right now. I'm like,
Mhm.
God, may I please use your gifts to retrieve her higher selves? And he's like, I thought you'd never ask. And so there we are. And so God's letting me borrow his sword. He pulled it from his side. He handed it to me. And there we go. And there we go. How warm's your feet?
Very warm.
Okay. How
And
you
my
feeling?
chest, is very warm.
That's your heart, you see. And so
Yeah.
So these things were messing with your heart energy. That's your love energy. You
Yeah.
see? And so, your face, it looks bizarre. Your face looks like a different face right now, by the way. You look like a different person as I'm
Yeah.
looking at you. And so now then, oh, how many more? Five big ones. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. There. And now I see, ask God for his spirit to move into your body.
God, may I please have your spirit to move into my body?
Please.
Please,
One more
please,
time.
God. Please,
There,
God.
there it goes. Okay, now it's slipped right into you.
Thank you, God.
How quiet's your head?
Yeah, very quiet.
There we go. So we got that. See, you have to realize that you're peeling these higher selves that are hung, and that was a whole layer of them right then.
Mhm.
55, some 55,000 plus of them.
Wow.
And you're peeling these higher selves out of these massive hell holes, black, holes out in the cosmos that are spiraling out of control. And you were peeling these out of these stuck dimensions. In other words, you're peeling them out of hell, and
Yeah.
you're peeling them out of these stuck dimensions, and they're now coming back to join you. And
Thank you,
so,
God.
how many more do you have? How many more do you have stuck? I have no idea.
Yeah,
But
please.
this is the process, and that's the reason you're feeling okay, and then you'll feel not okay.
Yeah.
You're thinking something's attacking you more, and you're just getting bigger to where you're feeling these higher selves that are stuck. See, and you're empathing these higher selves that are stuck in these hellholes, if you would, or
Yeah.
upside down pyramids or whatever. And you have to keep your energy truthful, keep your energy clean. That includes drugs and anything else.
Okay.
So,
So you're basically saying don't take any antidepressants or anything like that.
well, if you think you're going to jump off the bridge or shoot somebody, then I would tell you
Right.
to take lots of antidepressants. I mean, but if you real but once you understand this process, and once you understand this process, you'll realize that when you're clean in every way, and not altered, then you are much clearer. And this is the reason there's some side effects when whichever ones you're taking or you
Yeah.
take. If you,
Mhm.
what's the ones you're taking so I can tell you?
I was taking Zoloft, but
Yeah.
I only took it for a week and then I got off.
Yeah, because you went crazier. And
Yeah.
so, okay, well, that's what happens many times and that's the reason there's a little side effect label that goes with Zoloft and many of the others, and the side effect suicide. Damn.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
this is great. It's going to fix your depression because you're dead.
Mhm.
Probably not a good idea. And so, a lot of the different sciences I disagree with, but antidepressants I certainly do. And unless I've read a couple of people that I didn't, it's not always,
Yeah.
not everything's always. But in your situation, you're so spiritually gifted, you're not going to be able to find your truth on any kind of drug.
Okay.
And so it's hard to figure out because you want to, if you feel horrible, you want to know you feel horrible, is my opinion. And then you use your spiritual gift to clear that. And then you can rescue this bigger space that you're feeling these higher selves that are in trouble. You want to be able to go out, rescue them, get them back, and you'll go, oh God, that's better. And then you'll break through a layer, and then you realize, oh my God, I feel so much better. You see? And then you'll
Yeah.
break through the next layer, but it's a process. And so you have to realize it takes a minute to go through this when you're this spiritually gifted like you are. Yeah. And so
Okay.
the good news is you're spiritually gifted. The bad news is you're spiritually gifted. And so that's what you got going. There's no way out of it except the way through it. Basically, you're out here on the planet Earth, and you're making the whole planet a lot brighter. And
Okay.
so that's what you're
Okay.
doing. I clear things off of this whole planet every day. And
Yeah.
so lately it's been like a full-time job clearing energies. And if I didn't clear these energies, I would imagine a lot more people would die.
Yeah.
And so because of what's going on. And so you have that same ability, to play Superwoman and Superman in the movie, and you have to get these higher selves back. And I realize
Okay.
I'm in the nanotechnology land right now, guys, of spiritual things. And so, but this is how it works. And a lot of people are experiencing this. You're not by yourself. That's the reason so many people are on antidepressants, because they feel all these things going on and they just basically think they're bipolar and crazy. And it's really easy to get a diagnosis from a doctor, because doctors make money with diagnosis. And
Yeah.
they make money when you come and re-up your prescription, and they make money. That's what they do. Doctors are doctors, and I'm not poo-pooing doctors, because they don't know these bigger dimensions. They don't realize what I do, or I know. And so that's kind of what's happening. But you're gonna be okay, is what I
I,
keep hearing. I heard that.
yeah.
I heard that the other day. You're gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I know that you're psychic, so when do you see me coming out of this
Now,
now? Okay.
and so see how you felt light right then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you are. You have to let yourself know that. And so
Okay.
you got to get your brain clear, and you got to get the cosmos clear, and your energy
Okay.
clear. And so you're going to
Okay.
be fine. Now then, you ask God for a gift so you feel better. Just say, God, give me a gift so I feel
God,
better.
can I please get a gift to feel better?
Okay, you got 16 angels that just flew into you. There you go. Your feet are really warm. I saw your face starting to sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And now I see about, oh God, I can't count, 200 or more balls of light orbs
Thank you,
that just
God.
went and they circled all around you in a formation. What is that? I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I see, but it's what you
Mhm.
needed to be healed. And then I see God's spirit slipping inside of you, as well as the angel Michael's.
Oh,
And so
thank
there you
you,
go.
Archangel
Yeah.
Michael. Thank you,
Yeah.
God.
Do you
Thank
pray? Do
you.
you pray to Angel Michael
I
sometimes? Have you told?
do
Oh,
often.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it
Yeah.
works. Well, that's the reason he showed up, because I don't always see him
Yeah.
with everybody, but he showed up with you, and so
Mhm.
that's a big one. That's good. The head archangel, and so but I feel him all inside of you and around you now.
Thank
And
you.
anytime you feel like you're in trouble, just think of the angel Michael, and ask him for help, and you'll find he'll show up very fast, as well as even in your case, and God Himself. So, good luck.
Okay.
Sending you
Thank
love. Love you.
you.
See you at the retreat.
Okay,
See
I
you. See.
will. But
All right.
next week, call on me, okay?
Okay. All right. Yes, I will. Or I'll call you. I'll call you. How's that?
Yeah, will you call
Yeah,
me?
I will. I'll call
Okay,
you.
baby. I
All
love
right.
you.
I
Thank
love you
you.
back. Oh,
Thank
good luck.
you.
Good luck. Rest. Get some rest. Oh, hope that made sense. I sounded a little crazy there, you guys, because when I talk about spiritual things, the way they really work, sometimes I realize I lose people. And sometimes I realize people go, wow, that made sense. And I'm not sure which one you guys are, but to some people it makes total sense, and some people are like, what the hell? And if you're either one of those, it's okay. It's okay to think that. But you all have higher selves. And some people have extreme numbers of higher selves that can be possessed, and they'll go through layers and layers and layers until they get them back. My whole process since I've been on the planet Earth, down here hanging out, um, has been getting back my higher selves. I've just been getting them back. I had a bunch of higher selves that obviously were somewhere in the cosmos getting beat up, and I kept getting these higher selves back, and so it's been quite the process. And you guys, you need to just realize it. That's what spiritual gifts are. You get spiritual gifts, and you're able to clear off a bigger a bigger place, if you would, for you to live and exist in and be happy in. And so there's that little higher self. Anyway, this is crazy. It looks good. Who are we talking to? Who are we
Okay.
talking to?
Let's see. Rachel, she has a question about her eyes.
Okay. All right.
All right, Rachel, go ahead and unmute, please.
Oh,
Hey, Rachel. Hey,
hey
guys. How
there.
are you?
It's actually
Hey.
James' question about his eyes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Um, They're older eyes, so they don't matter as much. So, but thank you. I just found out supposedly I need cataracts, and I went to an eye doctor clinic that was all uh, conveyor belt. I mean, there were tons of people. I'm sure they all needed cataracts, and I probably do. But I was wondering if you could look into that, or
Yeah, I am looking, and so there's it sounds kind of crazy. I know a lot about eyes because I had an eye problem. I was in Vegas and I had a stroke in my right eye, and it left me blind, and I couldn't see in the center of my. I had no center vision in my right eye, and I went to the eye doctor. In Ohio, when I got to Ohio, I went to the eye doctor, and then I went to the eye surgeon, and um, um, they did a million different tests and pictures and images, and I um, had him. I said, I need for you to explain everything wrong with my eye and what's messed up. And he goes, frankly, why do you care? I said, because I'm a healer and I'm going to go home and heal my eye. He goes, really? I go, yeah. And he said, well, I've heard of stuff like that, but okay. And so he went through all the images and made me understand this makes that happen, that makes this happen. If you've got a problem on this side, it's really you're going to see it on that side. It's actually backwards, the way it works. And so he made me understand an eyeball, and he made me understand an optic nerve in the brain and how, whatever. And so and I can get stuff real fast. And so I actually went home and worked on my eye and healed my eye because of his explaining to me what needed to happen. And I went back the next week, and he did the same imaging and all this stuff again, and he went, "I don't get it." I go, "What?" He goes, "Can you see?" And I said, "Perfectly." He went, "Did you fix your eye?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "When?" I said, "When I went home that night. I told you I would." And he was like, "I've heard of this, but I've never seen this." Right? So since then, I'm able to really look at eyeballs. It's so I had to go through this hell to get to where I could see a person's eye, you know. And not only that, I can also clear the energies there, and and obviously I have an understanding of how to make that, better. When I look at yours, you have one that's way worse than the other. Did they tell you that? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
the left one, my left. Yeah.
Okay. And so are they recommending doing that one first?
They're recommending they don't do them on the same day. They're recommending, yeah, probably, but they didn't. Yeah, they just said one was way worse and that I need to work on both of them.
Yeah, well, I think maybe so. And if you're selling eye surgeries, I'd want you to do both of them too. But I would. It looks like the one that is the worst I would do first. Okay,
Okay.
um and then go from there. But I
All
think I
right.
would
They're
treat
trying to
it.
get me to buy some big package with,
Yeah, that's
stuff
because
for
they're
everything. And
that's because they're selling eye surgeries. And
yes,
so and
yes.
so are you going to a place that sells eye surgeries? And I heard, oh hell yeah. I heard it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, but I feel like they're pretty good at what they do, even though it's a cookie cutter mold.
Right.
And so you might check two other places, and I see you finding two places that are better.
Oh,
Okay. So
okay. And I've got, I don't know the insurance and all that, but they're
you'll find
probably,
you got two places that your insurance will take care of. That's what I see.
thank you,
And so,
Gary.
yeah, yeah, and it feels, and you'll just know, you'll feel warm and fuzzy, because you're intuitive enough to know. And then I would do one at the time, and I do the worst one first.
All
Is what I
right.
see.
Mike, can I ask one more question?
Of course, buddy.
Thank you. My neighbors, you know, uh, they're idiots. I'm an idiot. I
Aren't we
wave.
all? Aren't we
Yeah,
all?
I wave. I smile. I go into my apartment. They just can't leave anything alone. It's like I can't hang out, because it's like Gossip City, and it's you know, my
You know,
my job. What?
you, you know how you can solve this?
Please.
Don't give a damn what anybody thinks.
All right. I do that sometimes, oddly enough,
I
and I'm
know
like,
it
oh,
works.
this feels
It's easy.
better.
This
You
feels
know?
better. Yeah, but you just have to go to that space to where you just really don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I purposely look a little different because I think I want to stir up everybody, so I really can see what they think, like
Right,
I,
right.
if I walk into a room, I'm going to get, the room that quick, and then I can look around and go, who is everybody here? You see?
I think
And
I'm
and and so
yeah.
and so um I don't know what that is, but at the same time, I really don't care what anybody thinks. You see?
Okay.
And so you can't take it too personal.
And
And and so
can I ask them just to leave me out of their stuff, or just
no, don't care.
no?
Yeah, yeah, don't get
All
that's
right.
just, you're better off to back out gently. Just go out, just step out gently.
Yeah,
No
yeah, I
big
get
deal.
that. And
Yeah, and because there's certain dark energies and demons on the planet that are
yeah,
playing people into these little situations, and you don't want to be in a situation. So
I had some good situations where there were a couple of tough guys, neighbors, and they tried in the intimidation thing. And for some reason, I remember you telling me years ago, God's got your back. And I just kept smiling. And I was under the impression that they were like off to other nonsense,
yeah, it feels like
after.
yeah, it feels like nothing. You're no fun, and you weren't as challenged to what they had in their head, and so it was
Thank you. Yeah.
you weren't trying to compete. No, you're fine. Just don't give a damn what anybody thinks.
Thank you, Gary.
That's good advice. And I think that's good
I
advice
love
for
it.
everybody. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let me clear your energy. I see a couple of things I'm pulling off of you. I'm also
Thank you.
working. There we go. There we go. I'm looking at Rachel. Yeah, I'm clearing you off. Your thyroid is off. Have she checked her thyroid recently?
She's going to an
I did an thyroid ultrasound and they didn't find anything.
but she's going to an endocrinologist, which you also recommended. She finally
Yeah.
got cleared on that.
Yeah, and so notice you can see her throat getting red right now where I'm working on it. And so,
Okay.
if you look on the screen, you'll see your throat turn red. That's pretty wild. And so there we go. And there, I just pulled the darkness off your thyroid. There you go. Now you feel it get warm in there. See, your face got
Thank
warm
you.
too. Yeah.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah. Good luck with everything. Okay.
Love and light, bro. Thank you.
You guys take care. All right. Here we go. A lot of stuff. Our bodies, it's amazing our bodies work as well as they do. Oh, let me talk to Anthony. He's waving his hands. That's perfect. And so,
Anthony.
yeah. Yeah. There we go. There we go. You're good. You unmuted. Perfect. Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Good. Give me 1 second here. All right.
We got you. We can hear you and see you.
Unmute.
You've done it. Oh, now you muted back. Now you messed up. Go do it the other
Do
way.
it again.
Yeah. There you are. Now you're good. You're perfect. You're perfect. Oh, so tell me, what's your question, Anthony? What's going on? What you got happening?
So I pretty much have confidence in this, but just kind of wanted to talk about it. Just, I guess, get a verbalization through it, because I know that everything's one and God can talk to me through others and objects or whatever. And so the question was, I did have an experience where I had like drug-induced psychosis from Delta 9. And later on, I went to a psychiatrist about it, and they, diagnosed me with certain things. One of them was schizophrenia, mild schizophrenia. And later on, I realized that I can pick up on people's emotions. I can see you know, beings. I can see a lot of things. And um, then, you know, people were thinking that maybe I was going a little crazy, but I do consistent yoga, and I've had experiences where I've opened my third eye. So I definitely think I'm not. And
Right.
you know, I feel like you did answer that energetically, and you know, I just I knew that as well, but I guess just wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, well,
And
I think you're amazing. You know, I can see your energy, you know, and I can see who you are. You're much like Betty that I was talking to a minute ago,
yeah,
where, you know, she's thinking something's wrong with her and something's right with her, you know, and she goes to the shrink and the shrink's giving her antidepressants. He needs to take
yeah.
them, you know, frankly. But she just has to meditate herself. You're doing yoga. I think that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And you just have to meditate yourself through it. You can do, you know, from just being on the show, you can learn how to get spiritual gifts to clear yourself with. And when I look at the spiritual gifts that are coming down to you, you're not getting a little sword that clears the room you're in. You're getting a sword that will clear the whole planet. Your big higher self. I don't know if you see visions like this, but
Mhm.
your higher self is bigger than Earth.
Mhm.
And so, does that make sense to you in your head,
Yeah,
sort
I
of?
think I've seen images. I see like a purple kind of pink self, kind of an alien looking.
Yeah, they look sometimes a little weird. And so, but if you just ask God for a sword, you know,
Okay.
okay, there you go. You got it. You got a sword, a staff, a crown. Let me count the gifts. My God, you got the sword, a staff, a crown, a heart, and a big brain to go with all that. So
Okay.
that the brain will allow you to really understand your gifts. You'll just go, my God, it's like all of a sudden you got another gear. And so you'll be able to really see and be notice how your lower back got real warm right now. Feel that in your hands. You see? You can kind of feel that. Feel that? Got lighter feeling? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That feeling is just you full of light. And so you when you got a brain, when you got this new like sort of spiritual brain, if you would,
Yeah.
gifts, that lit up your cerebral fluid in your, you know, that goes around your spine and circulates around your brain. And it took it a minute to get down to your lower back. And it was interesting because I seen it just go, and all this healing energy went into your lower back. I don't know if you have any lower back problems, but if your lower back just lit up, you know. And
Mm.
so, you know, you're very interesting, but you're naturally spiritual. And so,
Yeah.
and so you just have to figure out how to operate the bells and whistles. You know,
Hmm.
when I was a kid, I was like a little kid, and I would go into trances, and I would know all kinds of stuff. I was just able to know things, and I would tell my family things, and that would freak them out because I grew up in a little country town, living now in North Carolina, you know, my mom and dad were country folks, and they were like, well, I don't know what this is, you know, but this kid's obviously knows things because I would tell people things and they would come true, and I would tell my mom and dad things and they would come true, you know, and so that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is, and so know this is normal for you. This is
Yeah. It
not
is normal.
abnormal. It is normal. And so you can just be you, but you want to meditate a lot and ask God for your spiritual gifts to clear yourself with. And so, but you're going to get a ton of spiritual gifts. You'll see. It'll just happen like that for you. It'll be interesting. What part of the country do you live in?
The east of the U.S.
Hmm.
Wait, can I do an experiment?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, so I'm gonna think of the word or the state, and you tell me.
I can't do it right now.
Oh, you can't do that? Okay.
I can play that game and win it or play it and do it really well.
Yeah.
But I see right now I'm tuned into a whole audience. You
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so therefore
Wait. All
you know
right.
I'm reading everybody, and so I'm not, but I can sit and play those games. They're fun at cocktail parties, and
Yeah.
but I'm like, but you're very good with being telepathic like that, and so you'll be able to hear things, see things, know things, and so you'll be able to do
Yeah.
all those things. And so that's going to be normal. You're going to be able to do all kinds of tricks, and you'll be able to do them, use them as you see. And so, but then you'll realize how to focus them to where you help a lot of people and yourself. Be careful of any drugs. Be
Yeah.
careful of any, I wouldn't be on meds. You don't need psychiatric meds.
No.
I don't see that at all. And so I just see that you're really super gifted. And so, how old are you now?
I'm 20. I'll be 29 March 18th.
Yeah, well, you look super young,
Yeah.
so that's good. That's a good thing. And so you're just going to get more and more gifted as you understand your gifts more as you go. But I see you helping a lot of people. Later, you'll write. I see you writing.
Mm.
So I
I've been
think you
told
also.
that.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I've been
Because you
told.
have the gift, you have the gift of writing. That means you'll write things that help people. And so write books,
Mm.
write things, you'll see that'll just come to you. Looks good. I hear music everywhere. And so that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Music to me is in everything. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, if you're still enough, you can hear things
Yeah. Well,
uh,
be
objects.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You play yourself in the movie. That's all you got to do. Good luck with everything. I better
All right.
run
Thank
this
you.
way.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. That was cool. I think a lot of people don't really understand or know the real true energy that they possess and the abilities that they do possess. And so you guys realize that you're very gifted people and you possess all these different gifts and everybody's gifts are as different as night and day. And so I'm always interested to figure out what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And so, yeah, I think it's pretty magical to figure out that process. And so, but don't think you are going through something or don't think you're whacked. Don't think you're crazy because you see things or know things or feel things because in today's world everybody's empathic. We all are empathing everything from each other, our closest friends, our worst enemies, and you're empathing the whole world. If somebody on the other side of the world is freaking out, you're feeling it. If somebody is getting hurt somewhere, you're feeling it. And so you got to realize all that is normal. And these days, the feeling is a loud feeling. It's not a quiet whisper, but it's a very loud feeling, and you're gonna feel these things. And so, it works like that. Who we talking to? Who we talking to, guys?
Okay, Santina. Right, let me get Santina, go ahead and unmute, please.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What's your question? What's happening?
Oh,
Uh-oh, you got
yeah,
you got muted again.
unmute again. There you
I'm
go.
muted. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just a couple of quick things. Nothing, well, too major. I this past week I lost my uncle and a cousin, and my cousin I helped cross over, and I want to just make sure he got over there.
What's his name?
Titus.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see him in the transitional garden in
Yeah.
heaven.
So did
Yeah.
I. Okay.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah,
Yep.
you helped him get there. How did he die?
I don't know. I can make assumptions, but I don't know.
What was your assumptions?
Overdose.
Okay. He just got to where he couldn't get his next breath. So I think his heart quit. And so
Other assumption, yeah.
okay. And so but I see him, he's in transitional heaven. In other words, like it looks like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful garden, and he's there, and I guess he's with a grandma or an
Yep.
older lady. And
Mhm.
so that maybe he was close to, or she was close to him.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's where he's at. He's good.
Okay. Okay. Another quick question. Christian, my oldest, you know my kids very well,
Yeah.
plans to move to New York in a couple of months.
I think it's a necessary process for him to be him.
Yeah, I do too. Okay.
Yeah, and I think he does art, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see him doing really well,
Good.
and so he should go do his art.
Yes.
That
Okay.
you know, that's the place, and so
Okay.
I feel good about that. I feel really good.
Perfect.
Does he have any art contacts there?
Several. That's why he's moving there.
Okay, and it feels like that. As I see it, I see contacts mattering.
Yep.
And we'll hook him to what he needs to be hooked with. So yay, yippee.
Perfect. Okay. I'll tell him to buy Uncle Gary a car when he's famous.
All right. Good. Perfect. That's good. A good one.
All
Anyway,
right.
I love you, girl.
I love
Tell
you so
everybody
much.
hi.
I will
Take
for
care.
sure. Bye.
Take care.
Like,
That's funny. That's good.
that's awesome. You get a call.
I get a car. Look at that, Dean. That's good. That's perfect. And so he has some really cool art. I really like his art. You know, he has different things that's really, really cool. I was trying to hook him with Cheech because Cheech has the museum in Riverside in California called the Cheech, and this is like Cheech of Cheech and Chong, and he's my buddy, and he has the largest collection of Chicano art. This would be Mexican American art, of which her kid is, and I really thought Cheech would actually like a lot of his work. I keep on.
Well, cool. You should hook them up.
I should, and I almost did, but it's not as easy as it sounds, even though I'm that close with him, But the now that he has the gallery, I think it would be not only the gallery, he has the museum. I guess it's a museum, that it would be now. But his exhibit went on tour all over the world, um, all the way to the Louvre, the Hermitage, all over the world, and all the major museums on Earth, and so it's really quite a collection. You remember seeing it, Dean? I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I
remember.
remember we've been on him, 25 years now. I remember
Yeah,
he was
remember,
collecting
remember.
it then. He had a big collection then, and he was collecting it
Yeah,
more.
remember. Yeah, remember at the Malibu house and the compound in Malibu,
Yep.
and it was full, and that's actually what went on tour all over the world, and so.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's cool. How cool is that? Anyway, who we got? Who we got?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me look at my list. We have Natasha Brown. Let's see. Natasha, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey, there you go. And
Sorry.
so,
Give me 1
so
second.
I have to go back to the original topic. Any overthinking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you know about mold? Can you look into houses and see what's going on with mold?
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest topics that people have in overthinking land because they think they're sick because they think their house has mold, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it don't. You know, and so you think your house has mold? Are you sure your house has mold?
Oh, I sent Michelle a bunch of the pictures and she sent me a bunch of information on what to do. So it's funny because you cleared me 2 weeks ago. I remember I was like, my brain, there's something going on with my brain. And um Sunday I was napping and God told me to clean out my closet Sunday night. Kept telling me. So I pulled everything out of my closet, and my whole closet is filled with black and pink mold. I found it in my daughter's room. It's in the basement now. It's behind my husband's dresser, white mold. I mean, it's everywhere. So we have an airflow issue in the house ever since we had the roof redone. But I mean, I can smell it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's here, and I'm wondering if.
Well, I think you do have, and let me tell you, 90% of the time when people ask me this question, they're overthinking and they don't really have a problem. Okay, is what I read. In your case, you have one, and
Okay.
so And so so you're the lucky one. And so the good news is you're not really overthinking this one. And the bad news is I do see the mold being an issue. Yeah, it has to do with the way the roof is put together. Uh, and so it's coming from above. It's not coming from below. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but
Yeah, we had the roofing done 2 years ago. They came out, they took the spinning turbines off, and there's like roof ridge vent now, which doesn't, pull as much fresh air in. And then it can get covered up with snow because I live in Minnesota. And then our soffits were blocked. So there wasn't little water leaking in, but it was like a pop can, like that condensation.
right.
But my husband is also, he is not a fixer. He's a HVAC guy, but he doesn't like to do household things. And we're just butting heads because he's like, every house has mold. It's not a big deal. But the more I've been cleaning for 2 weeks, I'm freaking exhausted. The kids are out of their rooms. Like, I'm finding more and more in all parts of the house. I'm like, I need help here. What do we do? Is it safe to live here? Do we need to bring people in to help? Like, what do we do?
I believe that he has somebody that works with him that's an expert in this area, and he's being a little bit lazy to get that
Yes.
guy to help. And I feels like that this guy can totally solve your problem. That's what I see. And
Can
so
you
I don't,
clear him? Can you clear him to like,
yeah, so he overthinks. Let's make him
no,
overthink.
so he helps
Yeah.
and he just stops fighting me on this.
Yeah, here I'm just clearing him off. There we go. And I'm clearing you. No, you're not overthinking on this one. This is be the best topic in the world for me to go off on a tangent with. And
Smell it.
unfortunately,
I can smell it.
yeah, unfortunately, it's not. You're not overthinking it. Your house got mold, and so, but I do see you being able to fix it with ease, much easier than some of the molds. This is fixable. And but your husband has a guy that used to do this all the time for a living that's right at his fingertips. And so
Really?
that's all. Yeah, all he's got to do is just ask him. That's what I see.
Can
And
you
so
clear me for like, I think my soul has left my body, but I'm still alive. Can you bring whatever light back in, please?
no, I just did. You're looking good. There we go. You'll be okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see you guys dying or anything. But your husband can really he'll help you figure out this, I think. And so that's what I
Okay.
think. Ask him again.
Okay, I will. Thank you so
Mm.
much. And
Hey,
thank you to everyone. You
good
got
luck. Good,
something in there. Okay.
Thank you,
good luck,
Natasha.
honey. Good luck. Oh my God, I would have loved to have beat her up at being an overthinking about mold. You have no idea how many times I've read people and they are freaking out over mold and they don't have it. Okay. And then you got the expert that you dial up and they come over to get rid of your mold. Of course, they tell you your house is about to explode and that you're going to die and your pets are going to die and your kids are going to, all this. And what do? Well, you spend a fortune getting rid of something you don't have. And so I see this all the time, you know, unfortunately she was not that, or fortunately she was, I don't know, whichever. And so there we go. Who are we talking to, Dito?
Okay, Leland Smith. Leland, please unmute.
Hello. Sorry, I'm getting attacked by my cat.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's okay. Well, is that a cat? That thing's big.
Well, actually,
Wow.
she's really tiny. She just got groomed.
Oh, she's fluffed up. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's pretty. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. I got kittens, guys. Any of you guys want a kitten? My cats are psychic. And so you could have a psychic cat, a kitten. I'm bribing you. No, these, but I do have kittens, by the way. Did I tell you, Dean, that the cat had kittens?
Yep, yeah, kittens, I don't know, last week, a few days ago.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
figure out how
Anyway,
many you had now? Or not
I
yet?
have four. I have four kittens. If you guys want a kitten, let us know. We'll mail you a kitten. And so that's perfect. Anyway, and so what was your question? We got off on cats.
Yes.
I got ADD. I got ADD.
Yeah. So it is about overthinking. I believe I am overthinking, but ultimately I want to go to your next retreat. I haven't booked it yet.
Oh, good. Book it.
Yeah.
Overthink that.
Well, I do have an issue that I've been trying to work on. Public transportation. I kind of freak out while I go to that, and thinking about flying 8 hours to go to North Carolina. I really want to, but I don't want to have that battle of, you know, not having an escape route or anything. Like I need to shut the hell up.
Hmm.
I could shut the hell up now, but when I'm in the situation,
Yeah,
make
you're
figure
going
that
to
out.
be well. I don't see you needing an escape route. I think you'll be fine. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see that. But and where you coming from? Where you coming
It's
from?
just
Where? Uh-oh, say it again.
Sacramento.
Okay. I'm just clearing your energy. And now I just see all kinds of light. There we go. There. And use that hand, use God's hand. You get backwards in your body. A lot of the times, I would say more than half the time when people are overthinking, their spirit is backwards in their body. I'm just going to do it for you. You got two or three different higher selves that are backwards in your body. And I just now turned them all around, and there we go, and there we go. So
Thank
your
you.
head's quiet. Your head's quiet. See?
Yes.
There we are. Good. All right. Yeah. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
I
Yeah. And
I
show it.
I know so. It's just, when the time happens, it's like, okay, relax. I need to relax,
Yeah.
shut the hell
Well,
up.
do the God hand
God
trick thing.
hand.
Yeah, you just ask God, please give me your hand, and then turn your higher selves around, your spirits around, and then you'll be focused like you are right now, and it'll feel
Hmm.
really good.
Okay.
Your feet will feel warm, your head will feel warm. You'll just feel better. And so yeah, I got you looking really, really good. Now you got a bunch of spiritual gifts that came down to you
Hmm.
from fixing those higher selves. Your spiritual gifts look like a peacock's tail feathers. And
Okay.
then you got all these swords. It's a spray of swords that look like a peacock's tail feathers. And so there you are. Now you got them. See? You can
Yes,
feel them. Do you
I
use
do.
spiritual gifts all the time? You use swords to clear things? Do you use
Yes.
that? You do.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This was a gift you already had, and it had slipped away and got sideways, so to speak. Demons will do all these different tricks so you can't reach and get a hold of your higher selves, and you can't get a hold of your spiritual gifts to use them. But now you got all those swords back, and there's a whole bunch of them behind you. And so, yeah, it looks a little like that.
I could feel that,
So, yeah.
yeah.
And so you'll be back to that. So you'll feel the sense of being much more spiritually powerful, and you'll feel the sense of being much more spiritually gifted. And so there you are.
Thank
And
you, Gary.
so good luck. Sounds good.
I have one more
Thanks.
quick question if you don't mind.
Okay. All right.
Can me and my parents have a private reading?
Yeah, we'll hook you up. We'll
All right.
figure it out. Yeah,
All
we
right.
can we can call the office next week. 800-827 Gary, GarySpivey.com. I'm doing a few private readings now for you guys, and I would love to. Then we can also hook up I think it's really important. There you are. 800-827 Gary or GarySpivey.com. www.GarySpivey.com. And so leave a message, leave a little email thing, and then we'll be glad to get back to you, as well as book you in for the spiritual retreat. And so, because when you are getting these types of spiritual gifts, like I just saw that came back to you, you really do want to learn how to use these gifts in these bigger dimensions that are opening up. This is something that's super empowering and very powerful for everybody to do right now. And so I'm always a spiritually gifted person that tries to make things work for you right now. And so that's what we'll be doing at this spiritual retreat. So if you guys want to book into the spiritual retreat, call Michelle 702-822-0548, 702-822-0548, or GarySpivey.com. Really simple. Leave a message and we'll get right back to you. Or you can call the office, 800-827-GARY. Thank you a bunch. Okay.
Thank you,
Looks
Gary.
looks really good. Take care, buddy. That's
Thank
good.
you.
See, you feel better now. That's a crazy feeling. Yeah, yeah, you feel lighter. I feel your hands on fire. Woo, there we go. Who we talking to, Dino? Who we
All
talking to?
right, Judy said we need to go to Carol Humiston. All right, Carol, unmute yourself.
Hey, girl, how are you? Uh-oh, unmute or talk real loud.
All right. Do you see?
Unmute.
There you go.
There we go. Now we got you. Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm good. I was just so intrigued listening to you that I was kind of heard my name and I thought, is that my name?
Oh, there we go.
So,
Well, there's your name.
Gary, I can't say that I get into the overthinking thing because since I have you and this group on Saturday
Oh,
night and my
oh,
Wednesday, it's like I I just stay in that vibe all week because
oh, that's
I'm in
good.
Las Vegas and I have nowhere to go and nobody to see. And so you're it.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for joining us here on Tapping In. And I'm having fun. I have so much fun with you guys. I love you guys. And I get gifts from you just like you get gifts from me. That's what oneness is. And I see amazing beauty coming from your gifts. And so I think that in your case, you're a person that don't overthink. Sometimes you overdo. You take care of folks. You're like that person that really sort of looks after people, if you would, and I can appreciate you for that. And so that's good when you
I, I,
understand.
I pretty much I pretty much have become that here in Las Vegas, although
I'm sure.
I guess I have
Hey,
one big question is how do I get out of here and where can I go?
well, come to the retreat. You'll have fun. And so
Yeah.
June, where are we, Dean? We're June 4th, right? June 4th, spiritual retreat in North Carolina. I got all kinds of cool things planned. I'm very excited for you guys to come. And so as I see it, I am just clearing you all from any dark energies, and I'm going out and I'm rescuing some of your higher selves that are lost. Sometimes the cities have pretty treacherous energies these days. Las Vegas is a little abrasive. Los Angeles can be, abrasive, and different cities can have different, abrasive energies. Even Minneapolis, which is usually they should win the Nobel Prize for peace. So it's very peaceful there. Lately they're in all this turmoil, which is very sad. And so sometimes when your world or around you or your surroundings could is in turmoil, you'll lose higher selves, and so like in the whole world is a little crazy right now, and as that happens, you'll lose some of your higher selves. And so let me clear that off with you. And so I'm just clearing this off, and and now I'm clearing. Watch how this feels. I'm getting back probably about 65 or so of your higher selves that were hung out in a weird dimension. And as I got these back, your sinuses open, your face got warm, you feel the sense of crazy healing, and
Wow.
you got full of light, you see. And so as you move into a person that meditates, and you learn to clear your energy, more and more, you'll find these higher selves that are stuck in these hell holes. And so this is something that I'm going to be teaching at this retreat, which will be very different than the other retreats I've done. And so I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. And so you want to, if you can't come in person, join virtually. Go
For
to
sure.
GarySpivey.com, or either call the office 800-827-GARY, Michelle 702-822-0548. And so there we go. 702-822-0548. There we are. And I'm just clearing this.
Gary,
June 4th. There we go. And
I
now
do
look how you feel. Look how
yeah,
you feel
yeah.
now. Look how you feel now, though.
I feel good.
Good.
I did get a message from God who told me because after Wally was talking last week about going and clearing his dimensions every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went look because I've listened to the meditation, your meditation, but I couldn't find it. And I was going like, I have got to find this thing. I finally found it. And now I've decided that I need to clear those dimensions every day and or often anyway.
Right. Well,
Are
it's
my
important.
dimensions kind
Well,
of black?
well, no, not now. They're not, because I cleared them to get to your higher selves. And so your
Okay.
keys to heaven, of course, there's a meditation that's attached to the book. There's an audio version. You can get it from inside the book, and then go to GarySpivey.com really, and it'll play. But this is it's really important to understand how to clear your 10 dimensions. And that's the say getting out of this earth world and going into the heaven worlds. And so that's very important, and that's something that you have to have clear for everything else to work right. And so but as I look at you, your fourth dimension's a little messed up. Makes sense, you're in Vegas. And so sixth dimension's a little messed up. Makes sense, you're in Vegas. One's the negative alien dimension. One is the demon dimension. We cleared that. Now your feet are on fire. Feel it? They're hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm steamy.
Yeah, yeah. I see
Today
you're
for
starting.
sure.
I see you starting to sweat now. And so those two dimensions were blocked. And so as I went into everything, so I got back your big higher selves, and now your dimensions aren't blocked at all. You'll be fine. So good luck. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
honey.
Love you. Love you so
Big kiss. Love you back. Big kiss. It's really important to clear your energy, guys. You want to clear your energy. It's yours. You want to clear it every day. You want to clear it in the morning. You want to clear it later. That's what you want to do. You just want to clear your energy, and you're going to feel a whole lot better. It's really, really important. I see all this light around all you guys. Most of you guys are really lit up. I see big stars around you, which is really, really crazy and really, really good. There's an energy that God gave me earlier, and is an energy. It looks like a sparkler. It looks like pixie dust. And so this is many times this particular energy, and I see him raining it down on the planet Earth. And it's all you got to do is raise your hand up in the air, catch a bunch of it, pull it into your body, and this will really clear you big time. And so this sparkly energy will clear the smallest of demon and the biggest. And so it's really there. It looks just like that. And so you just want to reach up and say, God, thank you for this. Thank you for this clearing. Thank you for this special energy that clears big demons and small ones. Thank you, God. And if you have any physical problems, going on, this energy actually works on the physical body and clears all these little dark energies out of your physical body. So this is a really good energy for that. Thank you, God. Looks like glitter. There we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to say thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'll be here on Wednesday doing energy clearing. And call me if you need me, 800-827-GARY, 800-827-GARY, GarySpivey.com. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And I'll look forward to seeing you Wednesday. Thank you.